and once again welcome to you my YouTube channel where we share a new informative video every day and it will worth you for a lot. So in today's video we'll talk about what is Stokes law and how we derive Stokes law and what is the application of dimensional analysis to Stokes law, how dimensional analysis is helpful in Stokes law. So let's start our video. Before starting our video, if you haven't subscribed my channel, then subscribe it now and press the bell icon. That's every notification may reach to you and just like a video. So let's start our video. Okay. So basically, Stokes law deals with some, when a body moves in a fluid, the fluid exerts a force on it. So, that force is called, that derivation of force is called Stokes law. How we derive that force is called Stokes law. Whenever an object move in a fluid opposes that object in its direction of motion. For example, if you take a spherical ball and just throw above in the air, so yeah, gravity is also acting below towards the ground, but there is also another force called viscous force which also acts to ball in direction in same direction of the gravity. But when the ball just returns to you when the ball reaches the maximum height and just returns, then the viscous force acts above the ground. Why? Because it always acts opposite to the direction of motion of the body. So basically, in Stokes law, we used to derive that viscous force which is acting on that body for spherical objects. In Stokes law, at school level, we generally discuss for spherical body. So today also we will discuss on the spherical body. So here in deriving this, dimensional analysis plays a very important role for deriving this force value. Okay, how we will just derive this? So before entering in this part, you just pause the video and let you guess about this, how we will use the dimensional analysis. If you haven't used this use dimensional analysis to prove any formulas, then this video will be very interesting for you, because I will show here and a very interesting application of dimensional analysis. Okay. For applying dimensional analysis, we just see the factors. What are the factors that that are directly proportional to force or inversely proportional to force, and we just raise that factors to some powers. Okay. If you will, let's start our derivation. You will see. You will learn all these in our procedure. So here. Here the viscous force that a fluid exerts on the body depends on what? You must be remembering that we have considered the spherical body. So if we increase the size of the ball, more viscous force, it is obvious that more viscous force will act on it. So one factor we got from here which is radius. So the force depends upon radius. Okay, let's think that if we double the speed, do you think that the viscous force will increase? Yeah, it seems very it is very easy to understand that the viscous force will increase somehow. If we increase the speed to twice. It is not difficult to think that the viscous forces will not increase. So the second factor we also got, which is the speed. Okay, we got the radius and we got the speed. Okay, Is there any other factor which depends, which the force depends upon? Yeah, there's one another factor, which is coefficient of viscosity. This term may be new for you, but for any viscous force, if we apply, it is directly proportional to coefficient of viscosity. If you have studied this concept, then you might be knowing about the coefficient of viscosity, or just if you don't know about it, just comment in the comment section. I will make a separate video on that. Okay, we got the three factors on which the force might depend. The first we have got that the radius. The second we got that is velocity, and the third and last we got that eta, which is we got eta, which is the coefficient of viscosity. So let us assume that let us write the force as F is equal to let us assume some constant multiplied by some powers of the first variable, which is radius, some power of radius, let us imagine it's a, and some powers of velocity, and similarly some powers for coefficient of viscosity. So by this hypothesis we write the equation of force F is equal to K, which is a constant, and our first variable radius to the power of A, and velocity to the power of B, and eta to the power of C, where A, B and C we have just assumed that at this power force directly is proportional, or force is proportional to this power of velocity or radius, respectively, any value we have. So if we, as you can see on the screen, that if we put the dimensional formulas of all these, like for radius we have simply length, and for velocity we can write Lt to the power -1 whole to the power b, and for eta we can write that m L to the power -1 and T to the power -1 whole to the power c. These all are dimensional formulas. Just you must have studied this in starting of the class 11. And if we write the whole equation by equating the dimensional formulas of force, which is ml T to the power -2, then we get the equation as you can see on the screen, that ml T to the power -2 equal to K, some constant, into L to the power A, L T minus T to the power -1 whole to the power B, and m L to the power -1 T to the power -1 whole to the power C. So by equating the powers of m with LHS left hand side and right hand side, we can calculate the values of A, B and C. This is a simple mathematics. When we calculate these values, we will get that the value of A is 1, and the value of B will be again 1, and C will be again 1. Then thus we can write that equation as F is equal to K into RV into N, where RV into eta, where K is an arbitrary constant, and V is the velocity, R is the radius, and eta is the coefficient of viscosity. So in this way we have 90% towards the calculation of our force. Just we have to calculate that the constant value K, and it is very simple. We can calculate that coefficient, that constant value by just doing simple, by just doing experiments on this system, these so-called, like we just leave a ball in any fluid for which we know the coefficient of viscosity of the fluid and the radius of the ball, and at any moment of time. We just calculate that from from our apparatus, from our machine, that how much with how much velocity it is moving and how much force is acting upon that on that situation. And is in doing so we will get the value of F, uh, eta, and R and V. And if we will put all to the equation um, which we have derived, that which is F is equal to KRVN, then you will get the value of constant which scientists have calculated, which which come to 6.5. So the final force come here to be force of, so the final viscous force which apply to a spherical body moving in a medium which is having a coefficient of viscosity, which is moving in a fluid which have a coefficient of viscosity eta, and the radius of that spherical body is r, then force applied to it is 6 pi eta rv, and whereas v is the velocity as used. So in this way we just derive that stroke formula and see how dimensional analysis was too much helpful for us in deriving stroke. And yeah, this is the over for this topic. And before ending this video, I want to just inform you why I have not posted my yesterday's video. Yesterday was my examination, that's why I was not I didn't get any free time to just post, so I'm sorry for that. And just subscribe my YouTube channel, where we just provide every day new informative videos. And yeah, just thank you and have a nice